Good.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Stuff I Heard podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Peak. And
What's with the Elvis
what are
glasses?
you talking about? What glasses? Don't make it weird. Nothing. I had some sunscreen in my eye, and it was making my eyes a little red. And I thought people might be distracted by my red eyes, so I put on these glasses.
Okay.
This is not distracting at all, is it?
No, not at all.
Okay. So anyway, thank you, baby.
Oh, good
I
Lord.
I couldn't resist. They are kind of like Elvis glasses. These were costume glasses, but it's better than seeing the weird red in my eye. Anyway, whatever. Blah blah blah. For those of you who listened to the podcast last week, I appreciate it. I got a lot of feedback. Everybody seemed to really enjoy listening to Liz hang out with us and talk about her dreams of being a QVC superstar host and your dreams of being Tinkerbell and fly out of the castle and my dream of not. I don't really have a dream, but I'm making you happy. That's my dream.
Oh,
Do
good.
you like that?
Yeah, a good thing I got on a pair of shorts because the crap's getting deep
No, man.
real quick.
Listen, they say happy wife, happy life, and as long as you're happy, everybody else is happy.
There
So
you
there
go.
we go.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of good stuff, and we're gonna have Liz back and talk about
Yeah,
some
that was
stuff.
fun.
And
That was a lot of fun.
I told her, I said, come up with some topics. And so she's going to come up with some more topics of things she wants to talk about. And I think once we get over that initial, welcome aboard and here's your first podcast, everything else runs smooth after that. It's kind of like, when you're in school and you get like as school starting back. I mean, we're in that time of period where school's getting ready to start back for us here in this town for our kids. One of the first assignments they always give you is, hey, on a piece of paper, write down and tell me about you, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Oh, gosh. I really don't know. Never thought about it like that.
There's a couple of reasons. Number one, you're the topic that you're most familiar with,
Most definitely.
right? You don't know anything about your new students. There's a whole bunch of new kids in the classroom, and you're looking around going, "Who are these kids? I know nothing about them." It also puts down on paper what you think. I know this sounds silly, but oftentimes what you think and what you are or perceived as are two different things. So let's say you have a kid in your class who looks like they have all their stuff together, and then I say, write about you, and they start writing down all these stuff about the pressures from home about I have to get good grades because I got to be smart because I got to make, like, you see like their personality come out a lot of times, and maybe not necessarily just the person who sits in front of you. Maybe there's a kid who's looks like he's struggling, and then they write down stuff about um, I actually play in a band with my dad and his friends, and we have this whole thing going on. And like you learn about the kid, but also you get them comfortable talking to you. So it's like a two-part thing.
Okay.
So I kind of look at the podcast that way is, anytime I have somebody new on, one of the first things I like to talk about is tell me about you a little bit, and it's just one of those little, I call it icebreakers. Tell me
Okay.
about you. And then from there you go, okay, now that we've established that, now let's have fun. Right?
Well, she did say it was her first podcast, but I don't think that come across
No.
that it was her first podcast. She did very well.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed the conversation with her and look forward to having her back.
Sure, absolutely. And maybe Jessica. Maybe we'll have
Yeah.
like a little group. Might be like a little fun little thing. But yeah, so this past week,
Was busy,
was
busy,
was a
busy.
little was a little busy. A little bit. We're in the middle of the summer right now. We live near Myrtle Beach and there's all kinds of traffic going on for Myrtle Beach and people coming here to enjoy the sun and the fun and all that good stuff. And the weather cooperated so that everybody could get plenty sunburnt and eat lots of good food and then hopefully go home. We should have a sign out front of Myrtle Beach that says, "Welcome, get in and get out quick."
Yeah. I mean, that don't really affect us personally. It does affect the traffic in our town.
It does. Yeah, because Florence is kind of like a pass through town. When if you're coming from anywhere out west, you're probably going to come through Florence. And if you're coming up and down the East Coast to get to Myrtle Beach, you might be stopping through here on the way to Myrtle Beach because it's kind of that halfway point.
Well, they are building onto the airport there.
Really?
Yes, they are. I was
Here in
just over.
Florence?
No, I'm sorry, Myrtle Beach.
Oh,
Myrtle Beach.
oh.
I just had the experience of flying in and out of Myrtle Beach, which I've done a couple times. Myrtle Beach is a great airport.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly like it. I mean, I like it. The parking is easy, and I was on a work trip this past week.
Oh, yeah?
I left on Tuesday morning, drove over to Myrtle Beach with some coworkers, and man, when we parked, There was a guy when we pulled into the parking lot. There was a gentleman on a golf cart, older gentleman, super super nice guy, who said, "You looking to park?" And we were like, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Okay." He even told us which row and where there were spaces and everything. And he said, "Turn here, head down that way, and I will follow you and pick take y'all over to the terminal."
Oh,
Yeah, in the golf cart. Did not
oh,
have to walk. He met us at the actual vehicle. That was just super great.
cool.
And
I
we
wonder if that's a tipping situation. That's probably a tipping
well,
situation.
I
And we don't
am
carry around
I
cash
know
nowadays.
I don't. I'm sad to say that I don't carry cash a
Yeah.
whole lot anymore. I need to try to make sure that whenever I am traveling that I do have a little bit of cash. Because I would have loved to give him a little bit of money because he was super nice. But then again, some places won't allow them to take it. So I'm not sure if that
Yeah.
would have been the situation. But the Myrtle Beach airport is easy to navigate.
Hmm.
There was
It's
four
even easier if he comes and gets you.
most definitely. But I'm saying once you get in,
Yeah.
once you get inside, it's easy to navigate. We there was four of us from my work that were traveling out to Missouri and Kansas. Two of us were on one airline and two on the other because of the booking situation. Two of us booked sooner than the other two. So they had to fly a different airline. I flew American from Myrtle Beach to Washington, D.C.,
Hmm.
had a layover in DC where I was able to get some work done. And then we flew from Washington, D.C. over to Kansas City, Kansas. No, that's actually Kansas City, Missouri. It's actually, I guess the Kansas City is on right there on the line of Kansas and Missouri. So flew into there, easy to maneuver airport. Our co-workers flew on Southwest. I think is that how it's not
Just
Southwestern, Southwest.
Southwest Airlines.
Southwest Airlines. They had a good experience. They do random seats. I don't think they assign seats. You board by the boarding group and pick your seat.
Just run on there and push people out of the way.
I don't think they do that. I think that is very frowned upon.
Like Thunderdome.
Yes, but
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
our flights on American were great. We had really great. What are their flight attendants?
Yep.
Super helpful flight attendants. Everybody seemed to cooperate. Good flights. It is absolutely beautiful out in Kansas and Missouri.
I've never been there.
I had been out to Kansas and Overland Park, Kansas City and Overland Park, Kansas years ago with work and training. But we actually got a rental car and we traveled a good many miles. We actually went up to Maryville, Missouri first, which was about 2.5 hours from the airport.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful, beautiful, just open fields of corn, lots of cows, windmills, the big, massive windmills that they use for, I can only imagine, to create electricity.
Okay.
Do you remember when we went up to Connecticut
Yeah.
and we saw all the windmills,
Yeah.
just fields? There was a lot of windmills.
Well, I mean, that area is kind of known as Tornado Alley. So you would think they would want to harness some of that wind that comes across the Midwest.
I guess, like I say, it was beautiful. A lot of rolling hills, not like the mountains around here, the Smoky Mountains or the Blue Ridge Mountains, not like that. Just very, it was very. There was a lot of hills,
Okay.
not a lot of traffic. It was
Really?
it was no, not a lot of
Not
traffic.
everybody heading to Myrtle Beach through there.
No, Kansas City was busy. I take it Kansas City is a pretty big city. They do have
The Chiefs,
they have a professional football team. They have a professional baseball team.
the Royals.
So yeah, that's a big city.
Yeah, and it's right there on the water. I mean,
But what water?
you got rivers flowing up and down.
Yeah, I mean they're landlocked as
Chicago-
far as like the ocean.
Yeah, but you got major bodies of water there with the rivers because the Ozarks are right in there, but the
Okay.
waters get fed in through what was that, the Mississippi River and the
Have-
Missouri River.
I have no idea.
They flow into each other and then they flow, all the way down to New Orleans.
Very pretty, very very beautiful country. I was totally blown away with how pretty it was. So green, the corn is really pretty. You can tell they have had more water,
Mhm.
more rain this year than we have because our corn just looks so burnt up and sad.
Well, our corn is also a different kind of corn here.
Maybe that's what
like,
it is.
Like around here, they grow a lot of corn just for deer. It's that field corn that they want to feed their deer and their cows with.
I guess.
The corn out there feeds people. It's a totally different kind of corn.
Now it has been here extremely hot. We are
Did you run in touch with Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy Crack Corn.
No.
Oh, you didn't care. Okay.
Jeez, golly.
Sorry. Something in my tea or something. I don't know.
I'm not kidding you. The wires crossed in the brain or something.
It's the glasses. Yeah.
But it's very to them it is extremely hot. They are under, if you look up their temperature, it says extreme heat advisory, just like we are. Of course, we are every single summer.
What's their temperature like?
The same as ours in the mid 90s.
Okay.
So it's hot.
Do they get a breeze?
Yes, and their breeze is not like ours. Their breeze is actually a cool breeze, where ours is like just somebody blowing hot air,
like a hair dryer in a shower area where there's lots of humidity.
It is not humid there.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's not humid at all, but it's nothing like ours. And they are not accustomed to it. You can tell this is a extremely warm summer for them. And several people that we met who are from there, live there full time, and they are like, oh my gosh, it is so hot. And we were like, you don't have any idea what it's like.
They also are on the other end of the spectrum when it comes to extreme cold.
Yes, they
like
have.
In the wintertime, they get that little valley of cold that blasts down from Canada and Alaska and really gets them into those negative temperatures, which we don't have here.
Yes, a lot of their winter, it is in the low teens, the single digits, and below zero. Maryville, Missouri, from what I understand, gets a good bit of snow. Now, we also went to Humboldt, Kansas, which Humboldt, Kansas was going south about 4 hours.
And I looked at it on a map. It's right outside the Ozarks area. There's lots of
Humboldt, Kansas.
Yes, there's lots of resorts and upscale housing developments and stuff like that, condos and stuff like that for people that are boatside and waterside to enjoy the water.
I didn't get to see any of that. I did see a lot of beautiful homes. Nobody out there on the like what I call rolling farmland, just massive amounts, tracts of land that you could tell belonged to one homeowner, because a house would sit kind of up on a hill and then the farm would be a little bit below it. Just the most gorgeous homes I've ever seen. And it looked like hundreds of acres would go with the one particular farmhouse. So pretty. I would love to live out there if it wasn't for the extreme winters.
I know.
Now Humboldt, Kansas, they say they don't, when we were talking to those people, because we actually visited one of our big customers there, they said that they don't get a lot of snowfall. They
just get extreme cold.
They get very cold weather. They just don't get the amount of snowfall that the upper part, like I say, above the Maryville, Missouri, gets a lot of snowfall. I would love to live out there because it is so open, so beautiful. But like I say, the winters would be tough.
It'd be that weird Goldilocks weather where you'd be hot and then you'd be cold, and you'd be like, I don't like this. This is not either one of the things I like.
Yeah, because a lot of those people up in Maryville, Missouri, we actually went to one of our divisions and stayed there for the day with other coworkers. I mean, we're all part of the same company. They just work in a different division, and a lot of them said that the drawback to where they're at is the extreme cold and snow, and that they would love to live somewhere else during the winter months.
I've often wondered what it's like to live in the middle of America where there's not a huge fluctuation of people to your area. Like, we're sort of in this interesting spot of being near Myrtle Beach because everybody wants to go to Myrtle Beach.
Well, I wouldn't say it's just Myrtle Beach.
Everybody wants to move south for the winter, and everybody wants to retire down south. And you hear a lot of this, but you go, okay, well, who's moving to the Midwest?
The Southeast
is there anybody?
Is the fastest growing region in the United States. You can look that up. When I was in the freight industry,
Tempe, Arizona was like number one for a long time. I don't know if it still is, but there was a lot of people moving to
Arizona.
I'm
not talking about a single city. I'm saying the Southeast region.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of snow. We have a lot of snowbirds. We have a lot of people
to Kansas.
I know. Who moves to Kansas? Who moves to Missouri?
Who moves to Nebraska? Like, who is there anybody out there that you're like, you know what? I've always wanted to live in the Midwest, and I'm going to move out in the Midwest. That's where I'm going to move. Is there anybody that does that? because I kind of wondered, like, especially being in the business that I'm in, when you're talking about, going to restaurants and stuff like that, is there just a bunch of restaurants popping up, or do you have the same people that are there for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years running in the same place? I don't know. Kind of makes me wonder.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I say, I would move out there in a minute because it's so beautiful, but I couldn't handle the winters.
Hmm. Of course, if we were near the Ozarks, we could go to the lake a lot and enjoy the water like everybody else.
Well,
That'd be our jam.
during the summer months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, like I say, they're under extreme heat advisory out there, just like we are right now. If you look up our temperature, it says
Yeah.
extreme heat advisory. We did notice that all the cows, there's a lot of cows. All the cows were in like in ponds. I mean, they were in the water.
Good.
I mean, maybe it's because it's unseasonably or unusually warmer for them than normal.
Yeah. And that way they can cool off a little bit.
But yeah, we were like, well, every cow we see is in the water.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense to me. I'd be in the water too.
didn't notice the bugs, didn't notice the first daggone mosquito at all.
Hmm.
We all said the minute we walked outside the Myrtle Beach airport that okay, now we're back into bugs.
Hmm. Maybe it's maybe being out in the Midwest there, they got lots of birds and stuff like that
No
to eat the
gnats.
bugs
I mean, the gnats and the mosquitoes
that we have here.
Oh, that's what drives people indoors here. The gnats during the day and the mosquitoes in the evening.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But like I say, a great work trip. I actually want to go back to our Maryville, Missouri division and do work a little more there.
You want to talk about one of your customers you visited?
Actually, we visited. We went out there to visit B&W Trailer Hitch. They are a privately owned company and they make trailer hitches. But I did learn while I was there that that's not actually how they got started. How they got started was making the locking mechanism that goes in the bed of a pickup truck if you have
A fifth wheel.
Fifth wheel. Yeah, that's how they got started years ago. They started by two gentlemen, still family owned. They employ, I want to say, they said with their summer help. And I can only assume that their summers are probably busier because people are camping more and pulling those type of trailers. And when you do that, you are online more purchasing.
Mm-hmm.
So they do ramp up a little bit with summer help, temp help. And they said there are around like 550 or 560 people.
Wow.
Yes, very impressive. Super, super nice people. I said I would go up to work out there and they were all so nice.
Good.
It was a great trip. We had a great time. The employees that they sent, like I said, it was me and three others. We got along really well. We had a good time traveling together. We did have to change hotels. We were only gone 3 nights. We had to change hotels all 3 nights because everything is so spread out.
Mm.
So it's
So B and is it BMW? B and
no
W?
B and yeah,
W.
it's an and sign.
Okay.
B and W, and I think
I've seen their logo on some trailer hitches.
Oh yeah,
you can
see their logo on trailer hitches.
Yeah.
And we melt and pour all of their flat pieces of steel for their trailer hitches across the street at our hot mill, and then it is sent over to our location for a cold drawn process, and we send them probably 3 truckloads on average, 3 truckloads a week of the
Holy
flats.
cow, that's a lot.
Yeah, they buy exclusively all of their flat steel from our location in Darlington. They buy all of their round bar and some wire from our location in Maryville, Missouri.
Cool.
That's why we were up that way and we had those folks visiting with us. So they were doing it like an employee appreciation, and our company bought and paid for all the food to do a really nice, like what we call a low country crab boil here. Over there, they just call it a shrimp boil. And we fed all the employees. So it was great.
Good.
Look forward to doing it again.
Excellent. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't do any of that.
No, you didn't.
I held the fort down this week.
You just worked.
Yeah.
This weekend's been busy.
This weekend has been busy. Just like the cows, we were in the water yesterday.
We were. But I tell you, it is so hot that it's almost water don't even help.
No. What was funny was seeing our friends bring bags of ice and dump it in the pool, and it immediately melted. And they go, "Do you feel any difference?" I was like, "No, not really,
Yeah.
not, not even a little bit. I mean, unless you were right there where the ice was melting at, it really didn't make a
Well, they
difference."
have a
But
heater and cooler, but I think
it's on the
having
fritz.
they're having a little bit of trouble with the control panel on their cooler right now. But
Yeah,
we had some friends in town that's from North Carolina, and they brought lots of fresh vegetables with them.
yeah. We never did get to crack open that watermelon they brought.
We did not.
I was hoping to get some of that, but also like we weren't going hungry at any moment.
No, we stayed
We had
busy.
lots of stuff to do.
We stayed busy all day. I want to
Yeah.
say we left here around noon yesterday,
Yep.
and we did not get back till after 11 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Takes a lot of stamina to keep up with this crowd.
I'm not kidding you.
Today's our day of rest, and we're doing laundry and cutting up tomatoes and cooking dinner, doing a podcast, and you name it. Just da 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 da. We got all kind of stuff going on. It never stops.
Yes, I know.
And maybe that's a sign of doing life right. Maybe keeping busy is it means that you're living.
We are living
We're living.
life to
LIVIN.
life to the fullest.
Isn't that Matthew McConaughey? LIVIN.
I'm not sure. And let's see what we got coming up this weekend. Oh, we're gonna try a Flamingos ball game one more time. I know, right?
Florence baseball.
Yes, we're gonna give it one more shot.
The yeah.
But we've actually got VIP seating this time.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. It's a different way to see the game.
It's covered. It's actually
The
covered.
VIP is right behind home plate, which may look a lot different than us sitting up in the stands.
I think our tickets include food, and then there are fireworks. I think
beverages.
this is the last game of the season.
Is it?
I think that's what somebody said. Last game of the
Oh.
season.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Fireworks.
fireworks. I look forward to
And
fireworks.
we know they do a great job with fireworks.
I'm not looking forward to the bugs
No,
because we know there's going to be bugs.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a breeze. That'd be great. But
it
yeah,
would be. I'm sure the temperature's probably. I don't know what the temperature is going to be by Friday.
we're going with some new friends that we met on our rafting trip, our rafting adventure, tubing adventure.
Oh man, today's supposed to be 100.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, look, we've got a cooling trend coming up by next Friday. The
Really?
high is 90 degrees.
hey,
Yeah,
yay! 10 degrees cooler. 90.
90.
That's not.
I know, right?
I mean, I
I
guess
think we said yesterday
I guess that's going in the right direction.
at one point we looked yesterday and it was 101.
Yeah.
That was the actual heat. I don't think we even looked at the what it feels
The
like.
heat index.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't really understand
I don't either.
what it feels like. If it feels like 105, then say the temperature is 105.
Well, I think the temperature is just air temperature, but the feels like is like with humidity and stuff and how hard it is to breathe and that kind of crap.
I mean, because right now, if you look at your app on an iPhone, it says it's 98 degrees
Okay.
right now, but it feels like 103.
Oh,
And it says underneath that it feels hotter than the actual temperature. Wind, guess what the wind is? 2 miles. 2 miles per hour.
I was looking at the window. The leaves are barely moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure I completely understand the temperature versus the feels like.
Yeah.
It does say that
With
the
it-
UV
with it
index is
being-
9.
With it being that hot, I don't know that I'm going to wash my truck today.
No. I would let
It
the
may
rain.
have to wait just a little while longer.
It says 35% chance of rain tomorrow.
I might pull in the garage and clean out the inside, but
Yeah. And this is the time of the year where it just gets so stinking hot during the day that a thunderstorm is just bound to happen in the evening.
or dangerous.
Or what?
Dangerous because of the
Dangerous?
heat. Yeah, the heat.
Oh my gosh.
The
yes.
heat makes the lightning and thunder that much
It
more
does.
impactful. Like it just seems to be a little more violent this time of year than it is in the wintertime.
Yes.
And I'm sure the heat is a big part of that.
This is just I can't even imagine what it would be like to have to work outdoors.
Oh, I can tell you what
I
it's
know,
like.
I know.
I
and
did it last week.
I hope you're not on a truck tomorrow, but
I did it last Monday. It was not pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was no part of the joy in that. Yeah.
gosh, how do you stay hydrated? I mean,
You don't you struggle.
yeah.
You drink a lot the day before. You drink the night of, you drink that day, you drink water, some Gatorade here and there or something with electrolytes. I'm trying to steer away from the Gatorade, like the I guess the high test they call it, the one with the sugar, because they said one bottle of it's like a 20-ounce Gatorade has got like 33 grams of sugar, which is a lot of sugar. Um, I think you're better off just to have one of those little electrolyte packets and put it in your water and drink that, or do the Gatorade Zero, because then at least it has less, or Powerade Zero, whatever. Just the one without all the extra sugar.
Yeah, most definitely.
But every now and then you need a little bit of sugar to kind of kickstart your body because you're just so. I mean, it just wipes you out so much. You need a little something
Yeah,
to
and
kind of
I would just
motivate
say
you.
to everybody right now, even whether you're indoors, if you're
Yeah.
doing even with an indoor job, you still have to get in a hot car and all of that. Just stay hydrated the best you can.
The crazy part was is last Monday, it was one of those 100-degree days, and I drank 8 bottles of water, and I think I peed one time.
That's TMI.
I'm just saying that's like you drink a lot of
You
fluids.
could have said went to the restroom.
They don't know what that means. That could have meant number two,
Uh, okay,
and I didn't do
Moving
that.
right
You
along.
have to have fluids to do that too, but I
Moving
didn't know
right
for that either.
along.
The weird part is when you look at your legs, and I don't know, for me, I looked down at my legs at a certain point, and the amount of sweat that was just pouring out of my legs, I was like, look, it looks like I got a fountain on just pouring out of my skin. Like it's just water just drenched going down my legs.
Hmm.
Hmm. You ever had that?
No, not sweat running down my legs. I mean,
Yes.
I've been at the gym before, and
Goldilocks has to have a fan on.
I have been to the gym or even I have done miles outside, walking or running outside and my eyelashes, I felt like my eyelashes were sweating.
Okay.
I mean,
That's a cool step. That's usually phase one.
that's usually phase one.
Yeah. Yeah. The eyelash sweat is usually phase. The eyelid sweat is even worse.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that's where it came from was my
Yeah.
eyelids.
No. I mean, well, maybe. I don't know. But
But I
yeah.
guess the main thing we're trying
The
to
ear sweat is another
the
thing.
point we're trying to make here is stay hydrated. It is hot. There's not
Yeah.
there's no way to stay cool outside.
I hear
So
people
you've
once in a
got to stay
while.
hydrated.
I hear people once in a while talking about, going home and having a drink with their friends and stuff like that. And I was like, no, no way. No, I can't. I can't imagine doing that and then trying to recover and work in this heat. That's ridiculous. No, sir. I'm just I'm just staying hydrated. Got to
There you
keep
go.
hydrated.
Hope
But
everybody does.
yeah.
But other than that, I think we're good.
Okay. Well, good.
Moving right along.
Sweet. Well, I got nothing, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you to everybody who's listening. You got something to promote?
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Okay, that's fine. Uh, everybody out there, stay hydrated. And if you got friends or neighbors you're concerned about, reach out to them too, because you never know. Sometimes we all get a little too adventurous, and we need to be reminded to drink some fluids.
Stay indoors and
AC
pray.
is your friend.
Stay indoors and have a lot of appreciation for the guy that invented the air condition.
Yes. So,
Smart man.
all right. Thanks for listening, everybody. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this or you want to hear more, there's plenty in the catalogs. I'm on all platforms. Please remember to rate, review, subscribe, share this with your friends. And as always, cue the cow.
Cue the cow. Moo, baby.